It's written from the perspective of the thing, and it's kind of like confused as to why everybody's trying to kill it, because it's like, it calls like communion is what it's doing, and it feels like what it's doing isn't wrong, and it doesn't understand why everybody's so hostile with it, and it's pretty fucking cool. So it's a pretty sweet little short story, and it's really fucking. Yeah, it's really fucking technical though. Like it's calling people biomasses, and it's calling their heads tumors, because it doesn't understand that that would be where the thinking comes from. It's just, I don't know. It talks about how it's assimilated all these different worlds and found nothing like people, and how people still have some consciousness for a while after it assimilates them. And it's just kind of a thing that I've thought about, like, deeply about, what's it like to be fucking assimilated by a thing from another world? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. And I love aliens, and I love monsters, and I love shit like that, and that's where you and I differ. You're more of a down-to-earth slasher. Not that I don't love those things. More down-to-earth, maybe ghosts type of guy, but I'm into movies like this. I love it. I think it's a perfect movie. And again, Vic, here's what I'll say, okay? I think it is John Carpenter's best movie. Is it my favorite? I don't know if I can say that, but I think it actually is his best. As far as being right in every way that it can be right, I think this one's his best one. Halloween's right there, too. And They Live's right there, too. But, I don't know, man.
Big Trouble in Little China.
I don't know about that. That movie's fucking weird. That's an acid trip. You like that?
Maybe that's why I like it, bro. I don't know.
It must be. It must be. I should have watched it more as a kid, and I'd get it more as an adult. But, man, there's so many things I could talk about with this. I had the thing, like collector's edition on DVD, and they had a documentary about different things in the movie, and I just thought the movie is fucking interesting as hell. And, the concept was really cool because Carpenter went back to the original story, which had not been done. Carpenter's whole big thing was to avoid a guy in a rubber suit, like in the original, which was always the way it would end up. He said he loved the movie Alien, but even in Alien, the xenomorph, or whatever the alien's called, the main alien, it was just a dude in a rubber suit, and he was tired of that. He wanted something that was better, and Rob Bottin did that for him, which was pretty damn awesome. So, props to everybody involved with this movie. It's a fucking classic. And Vic, what's funny? And I can talk about this before the prequel because it's not even relevant to the prequel. They had talked about.
Hey, we got a call coming in.
Well, you can hang on. Let me finish this thought, okay?
Jesus
Christ. So anyway, a few years ago, Carpenter had talked about doing a sequel to this with Childs and McCready, and what happens is a rescue crew, they come in, and Childs and McCready are still alive. Basically, intercepted a signal from Windows earlier in the movie. So, and how Carpenter was going to explain away their age progression was with the fact that they both have frostbite on their face, which, kind of showed why they looked older and more fucked up in the movie. But, of course, they never moved forward, which bums me out because I'd love to see that shit. But, okay, moving forward.
Yep, they hung up.
Of course they did.
I think I got tired of waiting, I guess. I think it was Jellicoe.
They couldn't wait. Yeah, of course. They couldn't wait 2 seconds. Jellicoe probably got lost on the way.
Anyway, just so you know, the music was not done by Carpenter. It was done by Ennio Morricone.
Yeah, and apparently this guy was, flattered that Carpenter wanted to use his shit because, Carpenter usually did his own stuff, but I guess Carpenter was really impressed with the guy, which I can't blame him because this music was sweet. Doom, doom. It kind of reminded me of, something from Terminator.
And I also looked up Big Trouble in Little China. It got a 7.3 on IMDb, so I mean,
I knew that wouldn't even come close. Halloween gets 7.9, I believe.
Big Trouble in Little China still better than both of them.
Fuck. Get out of here.
Come on, man.
It's not even in the top 5 of Carpenter's movies.
I bet he'd say it is.
No, he wouldn't. He'd say, man, I was on a lot of drugs then. I don't remember anything about that movie.
There's nothing wrong with being on a lot of drugs in the 80s. Everybody was.
Yeah, I know. I think there were certain things that, like, he kind of, it influenced him, too. I think that's probably why Halloween 3 was so weird. I know he didn't do that one, but I'm going to go ahead and put the blame on him. Yep. So, anyway, man, I love this movie. Perfect movie. It's probably, Vic, in my top 20 favorite movies. Seriously. After the last year or two, I've really taken to this movie. So, that's just me. I love it. I think I like it more than all the Alien movies. I like, not better than Predator, but the rest of the Predator movies. I love the shit out of this movie.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the movie. I mean, but, you know, man, it's just not my favorite type of movie, I guess. You know that.
I know. Any movie where you have to think is not up your alley.
I mean, who wants to think when they watch a movie? I like to sit back and enjoy senseless murders and, you know, gangbangers.
That's kind of my thing. That's kind of my thing about why I like They Live a little bit more, though. I think I do, is because, see, I think maybe the Thing's a better story, maybe, but They Live's more entertaining. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you.
But I don't know. This is a rich story. I don't know how to put it any other way. It's just such a rich story. And They Live, kind of like The Thing. I'm surprised They Live hasn't been remade a bunch of different times because of the way that short story was. But we'll talk about it on a show sometime, and I'll get more into that. But anyway, this is one of Carpenter's best for sure. And goddamn, man, he was on a roll in the 80s, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, dude. He was just pumping them out. And good movie after good movie. And, and they talk about They Live a little bit. I absolutely love that movie. And we definitely need to do a show about that, or a partial show, or a YouTube video, or something about that.
Yeah, we'll probably hit it around March, April, May, somewhere around there.
But I don't remember if we ever did a YouTube video about it, but if not, we should, or a show or something, because I love that movie. I knew we watched it. I couldn't remember if we ever did a show about it.
Nope, I don't think we have. We watched it about 50 times, but no, I don't think we did.
That we did.
Yeah.
Got my favorite Negro.
Yeah, and he's in this one, too. That's probably one of the reasons what makes it so good. And Kurt Russell is badass in this movie. It's kind of funny because Kurt Russell doesn't really want to be in the role he's in the movie. You know, he's like, I don't want to be the fucking leader. And then he ends up having to be the leader because he's the only one rational and not scared like they are. I don't know. I just fucking love this movie, and I'm looking forward to talking about the prequel with you next week. In fact, you and I are probably going to watch it on Thursday together. So we're also going to do a YouTube video for those wondering. We're going to do The Shining on Thursday. Who knows when it'll be uploaded, and hopefully we can actually make it. How do I put this? Able to be uploaded. We'll try to control ourselves at least somewhat.
Well, the good thing is I will probably be sober, so it should be, at least on my part. I'm sure you'll be drinking.
I'm going to be drinking that day. I'm going to make up for tonight, okay? I'm going to make up for tonight, but that's okay. I had to handle a very complicated rundown. Half the time I couldn't even complete words, so God knows what I would have done if I was drunk.
This was a more talked or more detailed rundown because it's like your favorite movie of all time, apparently.
It's top 20, I'd say. I don't know about top 10, but hell, it might be top 10 now.
I'm just messing with you. It's a good movie. It deserves its praise. I mean, I'm not talking down about it at all. It's probably the best movie of this type, genre, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember growing up, I don't remember too much about this movie as a kid, but I think as an adult is when I really got an affection for it. They Live also. I mean, I remember watching They Live as a kid, but I don't remember much about it other, I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. But, a lot of these things I just kind of grew into as an adult and love. And Chainsaw I remember loving. I mean, there's just different things that are kind of interesting that, took me some time to grow into, and this is one of those things. And I've always lived in The Mouth of Madness, a John Carpenter movie. I've loved, John Carpenter's vampires, like that, for a long time. But as far as Carpenter movies, this is right up there with Halloween and They Live for me, for my favorites anyway. Hell, man, I might even like it better than Halloween. I'm not sure. Because sometimes I get bored with Halloween. But maybe it's because I've seen it 8 billion times and I've only seen this one 2 million. I don't know.
I mean, that could be it. No, I mean, but to me, Halloween's one of the movies, like, you can watch it as many times as you want. And to me, it never really gets old. I mean, but, I only watch this, like, once every 2 years or whatever. I mean, it's been a long time since I've seen it. So, but this is good. I mean, has he made a bad movie, like, honestly, like, or at least back in those days? I don't know what he's done recently. I'm sure he put up.
Oh, back in those days, I don't recall any that were bad. Prince of Darkness is kind of weird. I'll have to go back and watch that again. Vic, I don't know if you heard me when I said this is 1/3 of the Apocalypse trilogy, that John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy. It's this, it's In the Mouth of Madness, and it's Prince of Darkness, which Prince of Darkness has Donald Loomis, or Dr. Loomis, or Donald Pleasance in that movie, so that's pretty cool. I like Escape from New York. That's another good one. I mean, I own Escape from L.A., but I haven't watched it, like, I don't know how long, so I'm going to have to watch that again. It doesn't get great praise, but there's only a handful that don't get great praise of Carpenter's movies, from the fans anyway.
Yeah, no doubt. Just so you know, it's a little bit off topic, but Trevin voted in the tag team poll, and he did not put Red Dragon #1 this week. Sorry.
Because he's a hater.
He put him #2, though. He put OI4K #1.
What the fuck? He must be trying to book him.
I was confused and amused.
He's the only one. He's the only one I won't harass. Did he harass you to vote for his dog thing?
For who?
His dog company or whatever.
I don't think so. If he did,
he messaged me. He messaged me and asked me to vote for this dog kennel or whatever that he's doing. And I'm like, okay, and I did, but it was weird.
I don't remember that. Yeah, nobody's harassed me to vote for anything. I've seen Matthew Holly post something about all chicks or something. I ignored it.
Yeah,
that's fun.
He's a emo or blackmail. I don't even know if he's like beyond blackmail.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Who's going to be our visitors tonight? Vic, we haven't done anything like. I'll tell you what. First of all, let's do what's grinding your gears, and then we can talk about where our horror adventures have taken us.
Ooh, you want to know what's grinding my gears, or do you want to grind your gears first?
Let me think about it. You go ahead.
All right. Well, I promised the good people of our show after we went off the live air, I was still recording, and everybody done left me. I promised I had a good grind of my gears I wasn't going to talk about last week because I didn't have any time. So I'm talking about it this week. And it's been grinding my gears for about a year now. It's just irritating. It pisses me off every single week. Every day I'm seeing more people do it. The whole GoFundMe phenomenon that has swept across the country, and it makes everybody become a freaking bum online or whatever. Quit it. Nobody cares. I know this chick that she is too fat and lazy to go out and get a job. So what does she do? She makes a GoFundMe asking for $114,000 to get a house for her and her kids. No, bruh. Go out there and work and get out of that shitty-ass Section 8 apartment and go do something. I mean, really? What? GoFundMe. I understand. Some people need it. Hey, my friend, their house burned down. Okay, they got to go. They're trying to raise a little money, trying to get everything. They lost everything, so they're trying to get back up on their feet. Okay. I know people, they get robbed or whatever. They're down on their luck, but they're trying to do something. They're not just sitting at home, getting high, tripping on acid, beating their kids, and asking for a bunch of people they do not know, hey, won't you give me some money so I can go buy a house and not do anything? Really? You're asking for $114,000 for a house? Come on, man. Oh my God. Like I'm pissed off just thinking about it. Really? I mean, I live in a freaking trailer on the south side of Louisville. Maybe I should ask for $115K and go move out to the East End somewhere. I mean, really? Is that what we're doing now? I mean, this is being a bum, but taken to another level, and it pisses me off.
It's because